Welcome to the third edition of the Green Insurance Journal. I am Tony, your cannabis insurance specialist, and today I thought we'd go over risks and premiums associated with the cannabis industry. If you haven't noticed, the premiums for cannabis tend to be higher than premiums for other products or services. This is, in essence, because the insurance companies still view cannabis production and distribution, dissemination, transport, and storage as a higher risk because of its designation on the Controlled Substances Act, the Federal Controlled Substances Act. So the risk associated with it in their perception is higher than that of other products or services. So therefore their premiums take that into consideration. Also, there are issues with respect to cannabis, the cannabis industry being a cash-based business. Because it is a cash-based business, that means, again, it is vulnerable to business theft or theft by employees or directors or the like. So because of this increased risk of theft, this is another driving rationale for the higher premiums for the cannabis industry. Now, whether these risks or these perceptions are valid or not really isn't practical or really isn't substantive in terms of how the insurance company views risk. And I'll say that as an insurance specialist. The insurance companies have a worst case scenario perspective when it comes to all products and services, and certainly cannabis is not going to be any exception. If anything, it is going to be the example or the epitome of risk. Therefore, they will underwrite those premiums to associate or to compensate for those risks. Now, what I suspect is that as cannabis becomes more and more mainstream as a business, and as more and more states and local governments begin to draw extreme amounts of tax revenue from it, you'll see the premiums decrease because you'll have more players. You'll have more insurance companies that will set up cannabis insurance divisions, and thus as more insurance companies get into the market of providing coverage for cannabis growers and distributors and dispensaries, you will see those products or those premiums, prices of those premiums fall over a period of time as more insurance companies enter the market to provide that coverage. So again, once again we see that this good old-fashioned concept of competition will eventually drive prices down to a state of equilibrium. This has been the third edition or the third installment of the Green Insurance Journal. I am Tony, your Ohio Cannabis Insurance Specialist. If you have any questions for me, you can reach out for me at 877-638-0311. You can contact me through my website at www.ohiocannabisinsurance.org, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by the same name. You can like the Facebook page, or you can email me at ohiocannabisinsurance@gmail.com. Thank you and have a nice day.